Bonjour à tous. Aujourd'hui, nous parlerons de l'hypothèse, the conditional in French. Just as much as in English, we have many types of conditionals. It could be the zero conditional, which would be the easiest. It's not even a real conditional. The first, the second, and the third conditional. With the verbal tenses that you know by now, you can speak in conditional zero and first conditional. So l'hypothèse de vérité générale, as we call it, and l'hypothèse avec une forte probabilité. We are not really talking about wishes or very like improbable dream thing. Mais c'est très intéressant déjà d'avoir la structure du conditionnel, voir comment ça fonctionne, et quelques exemples qui nous permettent de pratiquer les temps verbaux que vous connaissez. So let's see. Conditionnel 0, vérité générale. How does it work? And which tenses do I need? Well, present or present imperative. L'impératif présent, bien sûr. Examples. Si tu touches le feu, tu te brûles. S'il pleut, tu es mouillé. But also sentences such as si tu as soif, tu bois. Si tu es fatigué, tu dors. Right, okay. So this one is a bit, yeah. But at least you know that to form your conditional, you need like the word si, and then the second part of your sentence. Yes, you can put the second part of the sentence in the first bit of your... That's not very clear. I mean, there is no obligation to start your sentence with si, just as in English. You can say si tu as soif, tu bois, just as much as you can say tu bois si tu as soif. Yeah. Avec l'impératif, si tu veux comprendre la leçon, écoute le professeur. Écoute is imperative. Hein? No subject, remember. Si tu veux comprendre la leçon, écoute le professeur. That would work with the future. Si tu écoutes le professeur, tu comprendras l'exercice. Si tu veux être photographe, achète un bon appareil photo. Si tu veux être photographe, achète un bon appareil photo. With future. Si tu étudies ce week-end, tu auras une bonne note. Si tu étudies ce week-end, tu auras une bonne note. Bien. Passé composé. Si elle n'a pas compris... Ah non, but I put it in negative form. Wait. Let's put it in affirmative form. Because passé composé plus negative form, we haven't seen that much of the passé composé. I cannot do this to you. Si elle a compris la leçon, elle a compris... Passé composé. C'est parce qu'elle a écouté. Elle a écouté. Passé composé. Si elle a compris la leçon, c'est parce qu'elle a écouté. That's both passé composé, but you can have passé composé impératif. Si vous êtes perdu, mettez le GPS. Si vous êtes perdu, mettez le GPS. Vous êtes... yeah, sorry. It's one of the verbs that goes with... yeah, in that case, goes with être. Bit rough. But you can say... Si vous avez perdu votre voiture, easier. Si vous avez perdu votre voiture, and then what can I say? Appelez quelqu'un. That was passé composé impératif. And then you can have passé composé futur. Si tu as fait. Si tu as fait une bêtise, you'll probably get all the translation. Si tu as fait une bêtise, ton père sera, future, fâché. 2 words. Bêtise, fâché. Important. New vocab. Si tu as fait une bêtise, ton père sera fâché. Si tu as fini ce livre, tu pourras commencer l'autre ce soir. Si tu as fini ce livre, tu pourras commencer l'autre ce soir. First conditional, we're talking about things that are really like concrete, possible, that I can like reachable. We're in like concrete context, okay? We're not going through the second and third conditional because that would mean knowing how to use verbal tenses that we do not know. But you see that already to speak in conditional, vérité générale ou des actions très probables, you need le présent d'indicatif, l'impératif, le futur et le passé composé. And you have these 4 tenses, more or less. Passé composé in progress. But I mean, all the other tenses, you have them. So you can already talk in conditional. And now we're out of the sentences, basic sentences. Now it starts like to get a little bit more complex. And that's something you can do with an A2 level, which is a bit of a transition. That's interesting. I'll give you more of these when we'll know more of the passé composé, just to talk again about this structure. But basically, yeah, that's it. So you know that it's of course the structure of the conditionnel is a bit like in English, so it's in two bits, 2 main parts. This can be moved the way you want. You don't have to start the sentence with the if part, which is si in French. And depending on what you want to say, you can use présent présent, passé composé présent, futur, impératif. It depends. It depends. But you are able now to formulate that kind of sentences. So well done. That was what I call like une introduction à l'hypothèse en français. We will see much more of that. But for now, just like try and practice some of the vocab. We saw again like il pleut, tu es mouillé, si tu as soif, tu es fatigué. Une mauvaise note, that's vocab also. What else? Faire une bêtise, être fâché. That's good vocab to try to assimilate if you can do that. Any questions, you let me know. Be happy to help. Merci beaucoup pour votre attention. J'espère que cette leçon a été utile. Et à très bientôt pour une prochaine leçon. Merci. Au revoir.